I am an African. I owe my being to the hills and the valleys, the mountains and the glades, the rivers, the deserts, the trees, the flowers, the seas, and the ever-changing seasons that define the face of our native land.
There's more to Mother Africa than poverty and war. And I wish we had a fighting chance to show the world who we really are. Vice Chancellor Prof. Mokgalong, Honorable Chukuma Tabata, Premier of the Limpopo Province, Honorable Notawe Mafu, the Deputy Minister, National Sports, Arts and Culture, MEC Tandimo Raka from the Sports and Culture, Arts and Culture Department in Limpopo. Let me acknowledge Basic Education Deputy Minister as well, High Commissioner of Nigeria, His Excellency Mohammed Manta, the Mayor of Polokwane, Councillor John Mbeg, Councillor Mamidou Pite for Capricorn District Municipality. I need to acknowledge Honorable, the HOD for Agriculture, Ramadzimele. Mayor Mbe, I just needed to make sure that name comes out. And I promise you, Your Worship, we wouldn't sabotage you in your own municipality. We wouldn't try that. The head of Department of Agriculture for Rural Development, and a member, my former Deputy Vice Chancellor and everything, legendary Prof. Mushenkondo, His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Central African Republic, Honorable Andre Nzapaeke. Vice Chancellor, I started with a quotation from a musician from Kenya called Eric Wainaina. And he sang a song with Oliver Mtukudzi about wishing that Africans could show the real world who we are. And Premier, when you think about the province, your province and where it's located, and you see a performance like what we just saw here, plus the one before and the ones that are going to follow, you begin to appreciate just what John Cage said when he said, wherever we are, what we hear is noise. When we ignore it, it irritates us. But when we listen to it, it fascinates us. We saw the group from Mozambique here, we saw the Botswana, we're going to hear so much more. And the purpose of today in brief, Premier, is to make sure that we show the world just who we are. It's Africa Day today, 59 years ago, when the African Union was formed. Africans were doing exactly that which Eric Wainaina is saying in the song. Can we at least show the world who we are? That there is more to us than poverty and war. And we thank the media here because we are hoping that by getting South African school choirs to sing national anthems of countries like the Algeria, the Egypt, the Central African Republic, we are saying to the world, as Africans, we want to know more who we are, we want to understand one another, we want to get to listen to one another a lot more. So it is about African cohesion, Pan-African cohesion, but it's also about collaboration among different organs of state. We have the provincial government here in a big way. We have the National Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, and I must say, Deputy Minister and Premier Matabata, you send us distinguished, accomplished public servants that I had the honor of working with over the past 3 weeks. I always wonder when people talk about public servants not being reliable, what they're talking about. I saw them drive all the way from Pretoria 3 times in 3 weeks to come and make sure that this event happens. And that kind of partnership is what we always say is lacking in how we operate, lack of synergy. So today is also about synergy between different organs of state, between different parts of society, from private sector to government to academia, and making sure that we understand the story of Africa. We are going to listen to the choirs, as you know. We are going to have speeches. We are going to later on have a dialogue where we will talk about finding a lasting solution to the problem of migration. In South Africa, we know that because we are still a favorite destination for migrants, of the 280 million migrants that you spoke of, Vice Chancellor, lots of them are migrating towards South Africa. And unless we learn to listen to one another, all we will hear from them will be noise. All we will hear, in the words of John Cage, will be an irritation because we are trying to ignore that they are part of us. So in those words, I hope that when we are done here today, we would have remembered who we are as Africans, and we will remember that this continent can only move forward if and only if we are united. Thank you very much. Thank you for honoring our invitation, including those who are streaming live, because that's what technology can do, uniting us with the rest of the world for one Africa, the true and really the only cradle of humankind. Thank you.